last night I turned down the blanks for the pencil set, and today we press. However, I want to show you something interesting, and I don't know why I never really noticed it before. Well, maybe I did, but I never thought about it anyway. Now, I am finding it difficult to be able to match this one to this one. Now, you would think they're from the same blank. They should match up perfectly. That is the grain. However, I realize that if the hole that is drilled in each blank is a little bit more off one side or the other, if you know what I mean, well, then the grain isn't going to line up. Even though the blanks are like this one, for instance, it was cut right there. However, if the holes are just slightly off one way or the other, the grain isn't going to line up. I'm wondering if possibly it wouldn't be a good idea when I'm doing a kit like this, especially slimlines, maybe try and drill the hole down the entire length of the blank and then cut it. Then for sure the holes are going to line up with the grain. The problem is my drill press only goes down about 3 inches. These are about 5 inches long. I'd have to do it in 2 or 3 bites. Might be a little bit hard. I'll try it sometime, but not today. Now I'm really anxious to see how this olive wood is going to look that I turned last night. So I'm going to do this kit first. It's the pencil. And I'm going to try and remember to put on the macro lens, and we'll get some nice close-ups. Anyway, let's go. Okay, I'm at the place now where I have to try and press the clip on. And for some reason, they make these clips so that they're a tight fit. So I'm going to try something here. I'm going to take the brass tube that we tested out yesterday with the CA glue. Just take any one of them. And I'm going to enlarge it a little bit so that it will be bigger than normal, and then it should slip over this piece here and not fasten itself to it. You know what I mean? I think probably I'll use a hammer and just sort of pound that down. Now I realize this is probably not going to be good for my green cloth. Maybe I better put something underneath there. A little more. I hope I can get it apart. Don't worry, I'll get it. Now, if I hadn't have flared this out like that, what would have happened is I would end up having my final in this little brass tube and not being able to get it out. Now, I've never done this before, so you're going to see it along with me for the first time. Yeah, and I'm just going to go part way in. I don't have to go all the way up, although I don't know why not. Okay. Now this should just slip out. Ta-da! Now I have to decide, what do I want to cover up? Okay, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Maybe I'll cover this up right here. Yeah, right there. Once again, I'll get it. I'll just double check. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. I'm thinking maybe if I turn it like this, you might be able to see it pressing on a little bit better, if you know what I mean. Okay. Yeah. I think that's okay. Looks good to me. Well, the pencil is finished. Now, many of you regular viewers know this. My wife has Alzheimer's, and it's right about now during the day that I go and visit her. She's had her lunch, and she's had an early nap. By the time I get there, she should be about as awake as she can get. So, we'll work on the pen when I get back.
What's your magic number? A what? What's your magic number? Magic number?
Mary, ice cream.
It was on round 3.
Ice cream.
Oh, let's come.
When I got to Mary's care home this afternoon, they were going to have sort of a watermelon party for the residents on Mary's ward. Unfortunately, Mary can't eat stuff like watermelon without the risk of choking, so she had ice cream. For about the last 8 months, Mary has not been able to walk. She hasn't been able to talk for about a year. She's either in her bed or in her wheelchair. She can't feed herself either. Sad, eh? Now, I misplaced the little flared-out tube that I had made about 3 hours ago, and so I made another one out of the other piece. Didn't do as good a job. I'm wondering if my table saw ate it. Oh well, doesn't matter. All right. Oh, wrong way. That would be a disaster. Okay. Now the transmission gets pressed into this like so, and the idea is you're supposed to stop as soon as this little indentation gets up to the brass tube. I usually stop and test it out just before that. And it's also my experience that it's often very, very tight, so I'm going to put on my extra brace there on this thing so that it isn't going to slip on me. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think I might have gone a little too far. Check that out. Well, the way to check it out is to put the refill in, tighten it in as far as it'll go. I think that's it. No, I think it's going to be alright. Turn it to the right here. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Maybe I should have taken that little protector thing off. There. Yeah, this is working good. Okay. I do recall once before I had a problem getting this on. Oh no, it's going to work this time. Sometimes it doesn't want to go over these little indentations here. But it went good. Okay. Now, once again, I don't want the clip to be covering the nice grain, like this knot here, and this, so we'll have it maybe halfway in between. I'll put it right there, like so. Okay, and press. Looks good to me. Now there's two reasons why this series is not over. First of all, I got invited out to supper tonight and I've got to quit early. Second of all, well, I'll tell you as soon as I press this together. Yeah, that's going to work. Second of all, I made a mistake. And I'll bet you a lot of you saw the mistake that I made and sort of gasped. And that was, when I pressed this one together, I didn't line up the grain. So I've got to try and use these punches to take it apart. I've done it before. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. In the meantime, thank you for watching.